Happy Halloween! Okay, I want to just walk you through the process of how I made these fake cupcakes, okay? And then that way you guys can go ahead and turn around and make them yourselves too. So the video that I had watched, she had put some glue down on the bottom and she put paper clips in the bottom of all her cupcake wrappers. I did not want to do that. I didn't have enough paper clips, so I just cut out wood. And so all of these have like a little wood disc in the bottom of them, and it actually worked out really, really well. I did a double layer of saran wrap for my cupcake pan because I didn't want to get any great stuff foam on it, because once you get great stuff foam on it, you're not going to be able to continue to use it for food grade items. So I did a double layer, put everything in here, and did it that way. Now the first couple I didn't add enough great stuff foam in my cupcake liner. It was probably honestly less than half. So what I would suggest to you guys is just at least half, if not just a smidge over half, add enough great stuff foam. So the foam that you want to buy is the Great Stuff Window and Door. That's what both ladies that I had watched used, so that's what I bought. I don't know what the difference is between the regular foam and the Great Stuff Window and Door, but that's what they use, so that's what I bought. You also need lightweight, featherweight spackle, and you need the lightweight or featherweight because you need the consistency to be smooth. Some of the other spackles might be a little bit more coarse. So this is what they suggested, so that's what I bought. But I ended up buying a different brand than they did. Your choice of craft paint, for two reasons. To color your spackle for what we're going to consider your icing, okay? And also, I ended up painting over top of the Great Stuff foam, and because it's Halloween, I wanted a bunch of different pretty bright colors. So some of them are orange, some of them are red, some of them are black, some of them are purple. But you could do this and just do, say, brown for chocolate cake, yellow, like a yellow beigey color for like a yellow cake, and a white for white cake, okay? So you could do this for say an Alice in Wonderland tea party, or just for decoration, or for the holiday, for Christmas, you could do different things. So the world is your oyster as far as whatever it is you can think of, you can do it. In my case, I did just a bunch of colors. I did red, I did orange, I did some black, and I did purple. The first one that I did was this one here, and I can tell you that the consistency of my spackle with my paint was a little too runny. So I went ahead and I put a little bit of flour in it. I didn't take the spackle back off of this one. I just left it. It really isn't that bad. But I did go ahead and everything that was in my bag, I squirted back into the bowl, added a little bit of flour. The consistency needs to be, if you're using, say, a plastic throwaway spoon to stir the spackle with, then your spoon needs to be able to stand up in the spackle and not fall over. So, but you don't want it too thick, but you don't want it too thin, if that makes sense. I can do one more video because I've got like 5 of these cupcakes that I ran out of spackle for icing. So I'll have to go get me some more. So I can do another video and just show you guys consistency once I get some more. So what I did was I started with a couple purple, and then I went ahead and I grabbed a different container, and I went ahead and I think what I did next was the black, and it took a lot of black craft paint, because normally, in what I noticed when they were talking in the other videos, and I'll try to find those videos again and link them in the description below, but they were like, whatever color you use, you're just going to get like a pastel. Well, no, I got a nice black, but I used a lot of black paint to get that black, okay? So just be prepared to use a lot of black, and then I ended up using flour, again, because the consistency ended up being a little too runny. And so, but those turned out really good, I think. I did use glitter on top of mine when I got done. But you don't have to use the glitter if you're not a glitter fan. But I thought, you know, if these are going to be for Halloween, you're going to have the lights on. Of course, the dog's going to kick off. Then I wanted it to be able to sparkle too. So, but I like glitter. Go figure. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of just show you what I did and which decorations that I did. So I have some disposable icing throwaway bags. So I used those. I ended up using a 1M tip. I will not use this for real icing anymore. I will put this in my craft stuff. You're not going to use this again for food grade items, okay, if you use it for spackle for this application. So this will go in my craft container instead. Some of the decorations I had some of these left from an old Halloween when I had, when the girls were a little smaller, the granddaughters, and I made cupcakes, and I had a few of these left, so I just used those. But I put them in my craft stuff. And then a bag of snakes, the skulls. Now the skulls, I will tell you, were kind of big. So when I realized how big this was, I cut the whole back of his head off and then part of underneath his chin, okay? So that's what the skulls look like. I went ahead and put the icing on. And on this one, hang on. I went ahead and put the icing on in one big twirl around the outside edge. I laid the snake on, and then I went ahead and continued the swirl and finished it. What? Am I not talking to you? Did you want to say hi? Say hi, everybody. What are you doing? Now she's ignoring me. Look at her. Okay, so I went ahead and I put the snake on. I put one big swirl around underneath his head, so he would kind of point upwards, so he looked like he crawled through. And then I finished the swirl, and these are just rings. The bats are also rings, but I cut part of that off because I didn't want to mess up the spackle as I inserted it, okay? And so that's what I did there. And then I put glitter on. So I just wanted everything to kind of hit the light if I was going to be underneath lights and just kind of look pretty. You don't have to use the glitter if you don't like glitter. You don't have to use as much glitter if you don't like that, okay? It's whatever you choose to do. I'll show you a couple of these real quick and hold them up. And I just picked, I picked red, I picked orange. I wanted them bright and kind of festive, and I'll probably push that in just a little bit more so you don't see the stick. Hold one of these up for you. And that spackle underneath is actually still just a little bit wet. But that's okay. It'll be fine. So what I went ahead and did was I just did the glitter last. I just finished these. Most of them are already set. Some of them are not. I'm just going to leave them on the counter all night, let them kind of do their thing, and let the spackle harden, okay? If you have kids, and this would be good for you to do if you had older kids, maybe not toddlers, because what you don't want them to do is lick anything with the spackle thinking it's really icing. Because I'm telling you, the consistency looked like icing. It looked really good. I mean, it looked like you could lick it and eat it. So if you have small children, just, be reasonable with that. Hopefully you guys like this. I just used regular craft paint from Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, wherever. I bought this at Walmart, and I think it was $3.24, whatever it was. It wasn't horrible. It was $3 something. I can't remember what the spackle cost me, but it's the lightweight featherweight. And, I just bought a bunch of different things. So hopefully you guys try this. Hopefully you enjoy it. I think it's really cute. And I'll set a couple up real quick and just show you what the final product looks like on my table. Okay. So I actually had some fake ones that I bought from somewhere else, and that's kind of what started this whole process. Is I thought it'd be nice to have a few more. So, and I'll show you my Halloween table later. And then I had made this to match my Halloween table. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, guys. Hope you liked the video. I think they turned out really, really well. I think they turned out adorable. Hit like, hit subscribe, help me grow my channel. It's just really hard for me to, it's just really hard to grow your channel. I think some of you probably know that if you have channels. You know, it's just finding that thing that everybody wants to watch, but then what you enjoy to do too. And so my channel's kind of just all over the place with things that I like to do. But hit like, hit subscribe, and let me know if you try this, okay? Great stuff, window and door, lightweight or featherweight spackle, craft paints, extra fine glitter, and decorations of your choice. So that's it. Hey, have a good one, guys. Take care. Talk soon. Bye.